All right, let's talk about the MLB. Let's transition a little bit now to the big leagues. One thing that they talked about during the World Series with the Yankees and Dodgers is there was some guys that were going to be on free agency market moving forward. Alex Bregman was a name. That pitcher who just signed with the Red Sox, his name was on the board. And then Juan Soto was one of them. And he signed a big contract worth $700 million plus to go play for the New York Mets, just cross town, So when he comes back to New York, New York Stadium, and he has to go play the Yankees in Yankee Stadium, he's probably going to get booed to all hell. Because I look at, I think Juan Soto came onto the scene when I was in Washington, so I had no clue who he was until they won the World Series when he was with the Nationals. To just see, I think NBA loyalty is an absolute joke because guys hop team to team to team. Baseball is even worse. I know they paid him a load of money, and they paid him a lot. And it's a 15-year deal, which in fact, actually, let me look it up real quick. Let me just double check so I don't sound like a doofus when I'm reading out. I think it's $725 for 15 years. Let me double check here. It's the real deal. Get out of my way. There's a stupid ad in my way. Hold on. Oh, okay, now you're out of my way. Get out of my way. The real deal. Oh, wow. Dude, my number that I just pulled out of thin air is even $40 million short. The Mets have finalized a 15-year, $765 million deal to make Juan Soto a New York Met. And even with taxes in New York, at least 40% of that is not even real. And so that's probably why it looks like a lot. Same with the, not you, Darvish, Shohei Ohtani, his $720 deal with the Dodgers. Going along, roundabout way to just say my reaction to Juan Soto signing shows there's no loyalty in the MLB. This is his fourth team since 2019. He played with the Nationals. Didn't he play with the Padres for a little bit? And he played with the Yanks, and now he's with the Mets. And so 4 teams since 2019. Seems like a new team every 18 months or so. So that's, if I was a GM, that'd be a little concerning. But he's not. I would not be surprised if, let's say the Mets go to the divisional round next year, or the conference finals again, kind of it was this past fall. I would not be surprised if they got blown out by the Dodgers, blown out by, who else was making a run? Padres there for a little bit were hot. But I would not be surprised if in 2 or 3 years he just jumps ship again. And that's no hate on him. That's no hate on Juan Soto. It's you're young, go chase the bag. He's 26. So it's okay, it's expected. But realistically speaking, this is a lot of front end stuff. I think he takes the money, laughs all the way to the bank, and then when the Mets start to crumble, he jumps ship and leaves town. Because you're not gonna find a guy like Freddie Freeman. I know there's a story behind Freddie Freeman and his agent, and that's why he left Atlanta to go to LA. I know Mookie's pretty loyal to the Dodgers right now. Kershaw loyal, Altuve was loyal to the Astros. I think Alex Bregman will come back to the Astros, but again, he could hit free agency market and they could pay him a bank and have to leave. So I just think that whichever team, when we're sitting, in the fall of 2027, 3 years from now, fall of 2028, if not, in 2 years time from now in 2026, Juan Soto's getting traded and requesting a trade from the Mets to whichever team's on the come up at that time, whether it's the Dodgers, if they're still in contention. He hops over to Cleveland because Cleveland was in the AL. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't expect him to play the full 15 years at New York. That's silly. That's silly. He's going to leave pretty soon.